Blox has a ton of secret NPCs, so today we're going to go over every single secret NPC within the second sea. That is a mouthful, but we're going to do that today. I've already done the first sea. Go watch that video if you haven't already, but let's go. Before this video begins, this video is sponsored by Usop. Usop is a website that allows you to buy fruits, boosting anything Blox related and Roblox related. You can use the code Philly to get 5% off at checkout. Make sure to check them out in the description below. And a big thank you to Usop for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the first secret NPC is going to be the Cyborg, and now this guy actually has some crazy stuff to tell you, or at least some cool stuff. I wouldn't exactly say it's insane, but if you go all the way here to the top of factory, on one of these little gaps, there is an NPC right here, as you can see, and you can speak to him, and if you go and trade with him for 1,500 fragments, you can actually buy the Lantern boat, which is a pretty cool boat. It doesn't really do anything, but it looks cool, so there you go. Okay, so the next NPC that we're going to be talking about is going to be all the way on the tippity top of the mansion over here. Now, a lot of people know about this one, but it's going to be Mr. Trevor right here. Obviously, you speak to him and you trade in a good fruit, and he allows you to get to the third sea. He also allows you to get access to this boss room right here, which will spawn Don Swan. But anyway, moving on to the next NPC. Let's go. Okay, so if we go all the way over here, there is a flower garden. And if we go all the way behind it, many people know about this one because it's a very, very important quest. You go into the little door here and you can speak to Arrow. This is how you start your Race V3 quest. It's very important, so a lot of people should know about this one. If you don't, now you do. Now, if we get back on the wall again, but this time the opposite side, we can actually go across into these little, caverns. And as you can see here, the next NPC is right here. This is the Dragon Breath Trainer. He will teach you how to use the Dragon Breath fighting style. All you have to do is buy it off him. So, pretty good NPC if you don't know about this one. Very useful. And lastly, we have Tort over here inside the cafe. Now, Tort actually lets you change your race for some fragments, so I definitely recommend knowing and getting access to this guy if you don't already. As you can see, he can reroll your race. Very, very awesome to be able to do that. So if you guys want to change race from whatever race you are now, I'm a shark, you can change it right there for 3,000 fragments. Now, just like Tort, there is actually this NPC right here on the bridge, and he will allow you to re-roll your stats for some fragments in case you absolutely obliterated your stats somehow. But there you go. If you need to re-roll your stats in the second sea, that guy right behind me is going to help you out. Alright, so all the way in the green zone, there is this guy right here, the Alchemist. Now, the Alchemist is what gives you your Race V2 quest line. Again, very, very important if you haven't done so already. So, that's another secret NPC. You can go and chat to him, get that race quest done. Over here in the graveyard zone, there is this guy right here. This is the crew captain. Now, you guys might not know about the crew captain because he is a bit of a unique NPC. This guy actually allows you to buy extra crew slots. So if you're not into making crews or joining crews, you might not know about this guy, but for fragments, you can increase the size of your crew, which is very, very useful. So there you go. He's helpful. Okay, so also in the graveyard, there is another NPC. We go from that pillar all the way over to this one. This is Rip Injur right here. Now, unless you have the Dark Blade, this guy isn't too useful. He actually allows you to swap the skin of your Dark Blade. Pretty cool if you do have it. I don't own it, so I can't use him. Okay, so we're on the snow mountain now, and if you actually come all the way down here, there's a little hidden cave right here, and if you walk through it, you can go and speak to this NPC right here, and this guy will teach you the superhuman fighting style once you actually have all the requirements for the superhuman fighting style. But there you go. He's pretty cool, and it's a very good fighting style. I recommend it. Now, if you come across to the hot and cold area, there is actually a secret NPC right behind in this little doorway right here. This guy right here, he will sell you the lore raid chips, which means you can go and fight lore from the actual anime. Pretty cool, and a good way of leveling up if you haven't done so already, so I do recommend it. Okay, so now that we're in the Cur Ship, we have a ton of different NPCs. I'm just going to go over these rapid fire. We've got El Admin right here. He gives you the Midnight Blade once you have enough ectoplasm. If we go to the other side of the ship, all the way over here, there is actually another one. This guy right here, he will give you the Ghoul Mask. And there is more. There's two more on this little ship as well. We go all the way into the kitchen zone. There is one right here. He gives you the Ghoul Race, which is very useful as well once you've done the requirements. And there is possibly the most useless NPC in the entire game, this guy right here, who tells you how much ectoplasm you have collected, even though you can literally just go into your inventory and check for yourself. So don't really know why he exists, but he is there if you need him. Now, the next NPC is if you've gotten the library key from the boss who spawns at the Winter Castle. You can open this door and you can come right here and speak to this person here, and they will give you Deathstep once you have unlocked all the requirements for Darkstep. So pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now, just like the last NPC, we got another fighting style. This is Daggyrock the Sharkman, also a YouTuber. Pretty cool that he's actually in the game. This guy will give you Sharkman Karate, possibly one of the best fighting styles in the entire game, in my opinion. I love Sharkman Karate. You can buy it off him once you've gotten a bit of the requirements for it. Very cool. And the last NPC we have right here is the strongest god. This is Usop. He basically sells you his weapon, which is, it's pretty good, to be honest. It's not bad. It's a gun, so if you like guns, you can buy it off him for 1,500 fragments. Not horrible, but he is located all the way here on this very far away island. Alright guys, that's basically it. That's all the NPCs I can think of. If you guys knew about every single one of these NPCs, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.